Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Today we are going to use the beautiful Rose Garden Thinlits dies. They are so gorgeous. So you have a large rose with 2 leaves, a small flower, some extra leaves, a small rose and a greetings cutout as well. And these items all come together. They are just so beautiful. There are so many different things that you can do with these, and I'm going to be showing you some more over the next few weeks, but ding! I just showed you that quickly. That's coming next week, so come back next Tuesday and I'll show you that one. But we're going to start off with this one, done with designer series paper. Very easy to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is to cut out this die. Now you might like to use the precision base plate with this die to get a really good cut. So you want your standard base plate or your magnetic base plate on first. Then you want your cardstock and your die, and then you want your top plate. Now here's a little warning. You do need, if you're going to use this precision base plate, you're going to need to make sure that you reverse your top plates each time. Turn them over, just the top plate, because otherwise they will start to bend like a banana. It's to do with the precision plate itself, but it does give a fantastic cut for these very delicate dies, for these very intricate dies. And we have another new tool. Here's our new tool. And I'm just going to brush over. Now what this is doing is this is releasing all the little bits of cardstock from behind. Now normally you would need to poke these all out individually with a pokey tool or a pair of scissors. But can you see? I know it's black on black, so I don't know how well that's showing up. If it doesn't show up very well, there we go, if I tip it. Can you see now? Absolutely amazing. Nearly every piece. I've got a couple of little bits in the middle, which I'm going to need to pull out with a pokey tool, but pretty much I should have gone over one more time right in the middle. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? Absolutely beautiful. Let's hold that over the white, not the black, and then you can see it. Absolutely beautiful. Right, so how are we going to make today's card? Well, the first thing we need to do is to choose some designer paper. And I have chosen these papers today. Pretty! Now this is from this paper set here, which is called Birthday Bouquet. So we've got flowers, we've got little confetti pieces. I love this stripe. How cute are the little, what are those called? Ice cream cones. We have balloons, more pretty flowers, very delicate. Really, really love that. That is in the Spring Summer catalogue. And we're going to use that one today. So the first thing I'm going to do is to just ease this leaf away from the flower, because I'm going to do that one separately, and this one I'm going to cut off completely. I'm not going to use this leaf today, so I'll just take that one off completely. And then I want to stick my flower onto the paper. Now to do this I'm just going to use a silicone mat to help me so I don't get glue on my grid paper. And I'm using the fine tip glue from Stampin' Up. Now, I really should have chosen a different colour. Let me see if I can bring this in closer so that you can see that on there. Hopefully you can see. And I'm going to just run some of the glue over there. Now, you don't need to touch every single bit, but just make sure you're kind of round the edges, and then you're picking up some of those inner kind of junctions of where the cardstock meets. You'll see it's so fine and beautiful in the cut. There's a little piece there. It shouldn't be. Let's take you out. There you go, that looks good to me. And you can see I've left bits of glue on there, so it's easier to do it on there rather than on the paper. And then I'm going to flip this over and press all over to make sure that's adhered. Now, if you're used to using Tombow glue, which I am, it does take a moment longer than Tombow to set. So I'm going to put this to one side while I do the leaf. And the leaf I'm doing with this one here. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So flip that over. Whoops, a little bit too much glue there. If you get too much, just wipe it on the mat. And okay, that looks good. Pop that on there. I've just knocked the brush on the floor. Push that over. Oh, isn't that so pretty? I feel guilty now that I'm not using that side. Okay, now let's bring the flower back in. I'm going to raise this back up again because, whoa! Everything's going on here today in Elizabeth's craft room. Okay, because that was right in my eye line. And this is so easy because you've got this nice big black line to follow round. You're just going to cut out round the edge. So super easy. Really quick and easy to do. So for this project I have chosen Watermelon Wonder as my base because that's in that designer paper. I pop that on, and the greeting I'm going to stamp is a happy birthday. I'm just going to stamp that in Memento ink. And the happy birthday is from a stamp set called Party Wishes. Oh, it's this one here with the cute little cakes. And I want my leaf to go on first, and I'm going to stick that on with Tombow. Like so. And then my rose I'm going to pop up. Now this is such a stunning effect to get with the outline. As I say, there are so many more ideas of how to use this, and I am going to share some of those with you. And if you're coming to my classes, you will see a lot more. But I could make projects with this all day. It is so lovely, and I would never make one the same. So this one is done with Birthday Bouquet. This one is done with a stack called Love Blossoms. Let me just show you some of those. That's a little 6 by 6 inch stack of paper. And you can see completely different effect from them, but exactly the same technique. So thanks for visiting Elizabeth's craft room today. I hope you've enjoyed those projects. This one here, will be back. I will be doing a video for that for next Tuesday. But come back to my blog on Friday for another project. And thank you again for visiting Elizabeth's craft room today.